welcome to Bread and Butter
All right.
number 5, the local fighting game
This week,
podcast. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, today we're going to be covering the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 and the big announcement. South Africa is part of the lineup. It's one of the regions included in the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 online tournament. And yeah, so I think Jabhi, you can probably take us through how the tournament works and what that means.
So this is a crazy one, and this is a real big one because remember, Frank, since Street Fighter 4, this tournament has never come this side to Africa specific. You know, it's never actually even like I don't think have they even considered us. Well, we never know, but this is a big one. This, you know what this means is. Generally, when you wanted to compete in a Pro Tour, you have to get a flight to go cross-border. You know, what this means now is you'll get a shot without taking a flight to cross-border. Most likely for other countries, they might have to come to SA, but this is a big one. You know, because the momentum, not really the momentum, but the players now will feel it's worth practicing now. You know, because right now it was all about being the best in SA. This is before Red Bull Hit the Streets started coming along. You know, now it gets Capcom, so there's Hit the Streets plus Capcom Cup. So you can imagine what this is saying to the players. But anyway, let's not say too much. Let's check the trailer quick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So at the start of the CPT season, they always release some DLC, and I believe all the profit they make from that DLC goes into the prize pool for the league, which is a pretty cool concept. Yeah, they got a lot of costumes and stages and stuff.
Yeah, I always supported it due to that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one of the better ways to go about DLC, I think. It feels less, you know, like you're just filling Capcom's pockets, and, you know, at least you're supporting the scene with this DLC. Yeah, so let's just go back to the regional announcements. Where was it? Ah, here they are. Yeah, so we've got the Americas.
I think that's like a great way Capcom has gone about it.
Yeah, I like that, how they've gone about the DLC as well. So they've got the Americas, they've got Brazil, Europe, France, UK, Ireland, and then yeah, we've got the Asias. They've always been in. We've got Middle East, I believe. Right there. And yeah, the big one, we've got Republic of SA. South Africa. It's a new edition we've never been in before, so yeah, it's a pretty big deal. The scene's been around for quite a while, actually.
Yeah, I think it goes for even. We know that other countries as well have like a scene, but in general, like we know the scene has been around for quite a while. I think that when it started becoming bigger was when Red Bull Hit the Streets now started having Street Fighter 5, you know, with the whole concept of actually playing on the streets, started giving the competitive player as a whole.
Yeah, we've had lots of
wins there goes to Kumite.
Yeah, we've had lots of
goes to Kumete's last chance qualifier. You know, so as a player in Africa, we don't really have that many chances. That actually meant like that was like a golden opportunity.
Yeah, we've had lots of little tournaments, I was gonna say, but yeah, in terms of like a big countrywide major tournament, I'm pretty sure that was the first one. We've never had anything like that before. So yeah, that definitely put us on the map. But yeah, I was gonna say also you going to Japan was definitely also put us on the map as well. I'm sure they weren't aware of the scene at all before you went to Japan. But yeah, for them to see, oh, we have players out, you know.
Like a lot of people were actually shocked as well.
Yeah.
When I went to Japan, like a lot of people were shocked that SA has a scene, you know. I don't know how many people I spoke to, and they were shocked that I'm from South Africa. You know, I remember talking to like guys like Problem X, Punk, and all, and even the like Daigo, and them were like super shocked that, are you from South Africa? I was like, yeah, you know. So obviously with Daigo and Bonchan, Pokaji Queen was the one who was like telling them that I'm from South Africa. But when I'm talking to Punk, they're like, man, South Africa has a scene. I'm like, yeah, you know. Obviously now with Hit the Streets and Logan commentating the 2021, I think that also played like a huge role, you know, and Kaji-kun coming to SA and checking out the scene, that obviously played a huge role. We don't know what they did, what they based on their decision on, but on our side, we're just happy that we're getting a chance to getting a shot at Capcom Cup, because what this means, how the tournament is going to go, yeah, you know, and I think he shot parts of his documentary here. You know,
he has a documentary, really? I have not seen that.
Nah, I don't know if it's even out or what, but we'll see how it all plays out, you know. But yeah, I'm just happy, you know, that the tournament is coming this Saturday, because this means is it's a guaranteed shot at Capcom Cup. You know, it's not you're gonna qualify, you're gonna get points or anything. You go into Capcom Cup in 2022. You know, so this is really big. You know. This is really, really big. Obviously, the date of the tournament is the 7th of August, which gives players around about 4 to 5 months to prepare.
So have they told us how the regional thing is gonna work? So like, will it be, you know, limited to South African players only, or will other, you know, African regions be able to participate as well? Have they mentioned anything?
Yeah, from my understanding, looking at last year's Capcom Cup, the online one, it's not limited to South Africans, you know. It's just one of those that if you're in South Africa, you can compete. You know, it's not really limited to South Africans. From my understanding, you know, so ideally.
Oh yeah, but what I mean is, will people be able to compete from outside South Africa? Is really what I mean.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hey, if I had to guess, I'd probably say no, but we don't know. You know, maybe not.
Yeah, because we know the connection's pretty decent with Mozambique as well. It wouldn't be a stretch for them to compete.
But not really decent with online. West and North.
Yeah. No, that's too far.
I don't think it would.
I'm hoping that as time goes on, you know, we can actually include more countries into this CPT. Maybe actually have them added to the list. You know, they can have their own qualifier. You know, as long as they have a scene and yeah, they can show Capcom that it's out there. I don't see why they can't be on this list as well.
Yeah. So from my understanding, it's not really limited to South Africans. I don't know how they're going to do it, you know, between like which country is actually eligible, but it looks like you have to be, from my understanding, like how it is, you have to be in South Africa to compete, you know. But you've seen the talks on Twitter, you know, especially North and West Africa are very, very, very upset about the decisions, you know. I know they're trying to start, I saw some tweets about starting a movement to making Capcom listen, but I'm wondering if they are looking at the bigger picture, you know, that I know they're talking about how the strong players are from North and West Africa. I think they fail to understand that in this situation, I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
you know,
I think they're confused about how it works. It's not about who's got the strongest players. It's about the scene. Like, all these countries on this list have a scene. That's all it is. And, you know, there's no reason they can't be on this list as well. But, yeah, they've got to show Capcom that they've got a scene. That's all. That's all there is to it.
You know, we know that they're probably going to say they do have a scene. We understand they have a scene, but how on a commercial level, you know, I mean, when you look at Ripple Hit the Streets, how much
if they got a scene, you know, start streaming those tournaments, start you know, start run, you know, show the footage, put the tournaments on Twitch. Whatever. That's all there is to it. If they can see the scenes there, then yeah, I'm sure 90% guaranteed they'll put you on the list. No, not actually. Not. It's not just about running tournaments. Send your players out, dude. If you can show that your players,
that's the big one. That's
yeah,
the
if
big
you can
one,
show
like,
your players can compete on an international level, then there's no way they can keep you off the CPT.
It doesn't even matter if they know they do good or not, you know.
Yeah, I think that's actually the big one, is sending your players out. I think that really gets the ball rolling. You know, when they see players from other countries competing, you know, in the majors and stuff. Yeah, that really gets the ball rolling.
Because if you look at what Red Bull South Africa was doing this side, sending me to Kumite, and then it ended up becoming an annual thing that, you know, if you win Red Bull Hit the Streets, you get a shot at Red Bull Kumite's last chance qualifier, you get an all expenses paid trip, you know. That means a lot. I mean, that shows that, you know what, there is a dedication, there is someone dedicated this side who's willing to push players, you know. So unfortunately for them, they're probably going to need to find other means, but you'll find that, you know, like if this tournament does well, they might move it to, they might add another country, you know. Ideally, everybody would want like an African qualifier, you know, like one spot, and then they have it like at one country, and then everybody just flies down to it. But we're in the middle of a pandemic, so it's a bit, we can't really
the
say
way
that, you know,
I see it is that
we can do that, you know.
The way I see it is that any country that is capable of running a major tournament should be able to make this list. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only as long as they've got a scene and they can run a major tournament, then yeah, they should be able to run qualifiers or whatever in that country. So yeah, so the safe bet for now is SA, you know. But yeah, for sure.
Some guys from Zambia saying the same thing. Even guys from Nigeria are like, yeah, if they were to also know what the host tournament, South Africa would definitely be the first choice. If you look at on a commercial level, you know, you look at which country hosted the World Cup, you know, which kind, like you look at I know guys are like saying that they've hosted a Tekken qualifier. What do they call it? Dojo or something?
Yeah, but dojos can have like 10 people. It doesn't really matter. The way dojos work is the amount of points you get or whatever from that tournament will be equal to the amount of entrants or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I know they were talking about that as well, that they've hosted it, which we've also hosted. But I think on this topic, it's just specifically about on a commercial level. If you want to test out the waters, which country do you go for? You know, it's not about which country has the strongest players. You know.
Yeah. No. That was never the issue.
Yeah, I don't think that was like never like on their mind that okay, which country has the strongest player, let's just put a CPT there. I think the initial plan is just to show the world that this is an international tournament, you know, that it's not restricted to a few countries, you know, a few continents, you know. I think that's the big plan. So it's now players in this kind at this point they have to look at it as okay, in the future, maybe 22, maybe Capcom Cup 22. Okay, wait, not 22, but like 2022 when they do the qualifiers, or 2023, whichever one. Possibility is there might be, we don't know, but I'm just saying that there might be an extra African country, you know. But right now you can't really just say, you can't really say that okay, because your country has the strongest players, we're putting a Capcom Cup there. It doesn't really make sense. Like even as a business, like when you look at it like that, no, you know. But if you look at which country is actually willing to send their players out there, you know, to get that high level experience, you know, push the scene with unique idea. When you look at Hit the Streets, Hit the Streets is unique in its own way, you know. Players actually playing outside. We were shutting down the streets. You know, anybody who wants to watch can watch. I remember Gachi-kun saying that how he was shocked when he was watching the finals that hit the streets, and he looked behind and he saw the whole almost like the streets was packed, people just watching Street Fighter 5. You know, I remember Ono saying he loved that idea. You know,
Yeah.
so on a commercial level, if you're going by what Hit the Streets is doing, and you were Capcom and you had to place Capcom Capcom Cup qualified one of the country, you'd go for SA. You know, the strongest players might be north or west. You know, we don't know where, but in this case, you're looking at a commercial level. Where is it ideal to host it? You know, as I said, there are guys from Zambia. There was a huge debate about this, but there are guys from Zambia and guys from Nigeria. They're like, yeah, no. If you were to look at which one's a safe bet, ideally South Africa, but unfortunately it's online, because if it was offline, we would have. Then players can fly over.
Yeah.
You know.
So have they said when it is? When these online tournaments start?
7th of August.
Oh, August. Okay.
So they start in April. Yeah, they start in April, but the first South Africa's one is 7th of August.
Okay, so it's still a ways off, actually.
Yeah, they still got time, you know. I don't know how, because what they can do, I've seen a player in last year's Capcom qualifiers, you know, Capcom Pro Tour. He was actually traveling to other countries. Like he didn't make it in his country, so he traveled to another country to play.
Yeah, that's how the Pro Tour works. You know, it's not like you have to stick to your region. You can go. The pro players travel all over the world to get those points. Yeah, it might be difficult without a sponsor, but it's definitely possible. And
you see.
Yeah, okay, we don't want the video to drag on too long, but yeah, I assume yeah, you're gonna compete. I think I'm gonna try my luck as well.
I think
see how far I can get.
If I'm not mistaken, Akira should be out by then, so you probably will compete. I'm definitely gonna be trying out Rose, depending on how she is. I might main her. For now, I'm maining Karine and Poison. Still in between, you know, thinking about the two characters, but I'm definitely gonna compete. I'll be on fiber that time, so you know I don't want no mistakes.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that. Anyways, yeah, that's all for now. Yeah, we'll see everyone else on the next episode of Bread and Butter. Yeah, so
yeah, guys.
until then,
Cheers.
Cheers.